Hi, this time we're going to take a look at the Dropzone Commander starter set. Dropzone Commander is a 10mm scale sci-fi tabletop game devised for mass battles between 2 or more players. The rules are designed for efficient and dynamic games to be played on a standard 4x4 table. Okay, that's 4x4, not the standard 6x4 that we'll be used to. The starter set provides us with a force of the United Colonies of Mankind and also the evil alien Scourge. Okay, let's take a look at what's inside the box. Okay, firstly, it's a full colour print all over the box. Quite nice, quite sturdy. This version is a bit battered. I've borrowed it off a friend, basically, so we could take a lolook. He's fallen into Dropzone Commander in a big way, so I was quite lucky to prize this out of his hands. So firstly, we lift it up. It's not your standard lift-up box. It's quite a substantial card. Now, the first thing, as I say, the contents have been out of this, but this does actually come. It comes with bubble wrap to pack it in, ensure the contents are clean, not damaged. If you notice, a lot of games nowadays, you seem to get quite a bit of space for things to move around. So we can take a look at this. In here, I mean, there's a lot of stuff in the box. We have a street map. This provides us with a gaming area. Okay, we have the rulebook. The rulebook is full colour. This is the full-size rulebook as well that you get with the full-size rulebook that you could buy separately. I think it's £15 on its own, so this is in the box. It's full colour. It's nicely laid out. Some of the pictures are really nice. The diagrams, they're not the most adventurous I've seen, but they seem to do the job quite well. One thing I really like about this book is when it first came out, all of the models were painted and were ready to buy. Now we've started seeing more releases come out, but right from the off, all of these, every single model in here with rules, you have a picture of the painted men. I think that's quite impressive. Some great examples of different armies. So it's a great rulebook. Okay, moving on, we've got a sheet of cardboard counters. I say I've not read the rules myself. I've not played Dropzone Commander. In fact, I've not really seen it played. But you can see you get 3 different size blast markers. You've got what looks like a line of sight diagram. That'll be quite handy. Save quite a few arguments there. In fact, the whole over the base. One thing I understand about Dropzone Commander is all the measuring is done to the centre of the base, to the stems on the flying stand, which makes it nice and easy and prevents a lot of arguments. Okay, so they're just one-sided. We've then got a flyer here for Dropzone Commander's other products. I see, in fact, these are all of the new vehicles. These aren't in the main rulebook. I think the rules are on the website. Oh, here we go. Yeah, as it tells us, some units will be, the rules will be released in future expansions. We've got this rather funky Hades Super Walker there. That looks pretty cool. So yeah, it's nice to see new releases coming out already. Something here that looks like a Jawas sandcrawler. In fact, a lot of the ideas for Dropzone Commander, they all feel familiar. Especially, I found a lot of things remind me of Halo, from the Shaltari, who look a bit like the Covenant, to the UMC, who have a very USMC feel from Halo. There. Talking of which, here's there's reference sheets for each army, plus the rules on the back there. It's quite nice. It's a flimsy card, but it's full colour. Seems quite nice. I think you might want to, maybe you'd laminate it if you're playing a lot of games. Again, we've got the Scourge. The Scourge are a race of alien invaders. Oh, and a summary for the scenario to get us going, including a nice guide for the turn sequence there. Nice clear instructions on how to put the models together. Now our second battle mat here for us to play over. Looking at the size of it, oh, it doubles as a poster. There's a bonus. That's the front cover there. So if it's played on a 4x4 table, you must play with both of these together. So that's a 2-part mat. Taking a look at the models themselves now. Okay, to begin with, we have a nice flying base there, clear perspex flying base. 6 of those, so those will be for the dropships, which is pretty much the key to the game. They let you move units around the table and you can quickly react. Although I'm not too sure of the exact details, the game is played, you alternate units. So you fight more or less simultaneously. It's not a turn-by-turn game. Here we've got the bases for the infantry. These always remind me of the old Epic bases with 5 figures on there. Although Dropzone Commander is 10mm scale. Okay, now here, these are the sprues for the United Colonies of Mankind. There's 3 of the same sprue here, and that's enough to build a Sabre main battle tank, a Rapier anti-aircraft tank, the Bear APCs, 30 Colonial Legionnaires, and then 3 of the Condor medium dropships. So that's quite a lot. Now these are in plastic. They're quite flat on the sprues, although you can see as you build up the sides, you'll get quite a three-dimensional model once you finish building it. Now that's a lot of models in there. I think there's something like, in this box, it's something like £240 worth of models, or at least it would be if they were in resin. Okay, I think these are all available in resin as well, although why you'd bother seeing these, I don't know. These are the Scourge models. Okay, now the Scourge, this comes with 3 of the Hunter main grav tanks, 3 Reaper anti-aircraft grav tanks, 2 Invader APCs, and 30 Scourge warriors. Oh, and finally 3 Marauder medium dropships. So it seems that the forces seem to be quite balanced. You've got 3 APCs on each side, you've got 3 dropships on each side, you've got 30 men on each side. So that seems fairly balanced forces for you to get going with. The one thing when you build the dropships actually carry the models. I've seen this done magnetised. The Scourge dropship, you slide in the tanks onto that. Okay, then we've got another bag here, which is dice. Some little parts there, which I'm guessing fix it to the flying stands. And then your own little Hawk tape measure there. Nice little silver tape measure with the logo there. It's quite a nice touch, and it doubles as a key ring as well. So I can imagine those would be quite handy for tournaments. And then we've got these cardboard buildings. These are a really nice touch. 10mm buildings, really simple to build. Just fold them over. So I mean, they make little boxes. Apparently they're all different sizes, so just like Russian dolls, you can stack them all up for storage. It doesn't take loads of space. These remind me a lot of the Epic buildings from the Space Marine box set back in the 90s, which was one of the first games I got from Games Workshop. That used to come with cardboard buildings, allowed you to build a really big table quite quickly. This is the same. You can see there are a load of buildings. Now resin versions of these are all available from the Hawk store. But I don't know. It's when you compare these to £40 or £50 for a building, I think the cardboard ones seem incredibly good value. Now, if I just close the box up and turn it over, there you can see these are what the buildings look built up. Also, you can see all of the men. Okay, so that's Dropzone Commander. I think you'll agree. There's some fantastic value for money in there. And 2 fairly complete armies. I think I really like this as a starter set. I don't think I'll end up playing it. I've already got too many games, but you know, if this is your thing, I think you can't go wrong.